Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Football Roundup. It's going to be a very brief episode today. There's mainly one game that I want to talk about, and that is Manchester United going up against Chelsea. It's pretty much confirmed that United have appointed Ralf Rangnick, I believe, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, as a new manager, but in the meantime, Carrick was the one to step up and manage this team for a brief period. And well, he had a tough game because he actually went up against the first place Chelsea, who have been doing surprisingly well, at least from my point of view. I didn't expect them to be dominating throughout the season, basically. And surprisingly, a bit of a gamble from Carrick. He benched Ronaldo, which I was already thinking, what's he doing? Like, this is, I mean, probably the most important player in terms of contributions to goals, which is, of course, what wins you matches. So I really thought, like, is Carrick like purposely trying to lose? Is he playing for a draw? Like is he just trying to not lose while the new manager comes in? But it ended up working out for him, as Manchester United were able to secure a tie. But I will say that Chelsea did look like the better team out there. They had a lot more chances, way more shots. However, I do think that United at times did look competent in the back in terms of blocking the shots, making the opportunities very difficult for them. And you could see, because, you know, you could argue maybe Werner butchered a chance here and there, but overall, it never really seemed like Chelsea had a really clear chance, or many clear chances, to be honest. United did get lucky. A free kick on United's side, edge of their box, ends up turning into a counter that Jorginho just completely messes up. He tries to bring the ball down. He's the last man. Tries to bring the ball down in his own half and takes a bad touch. Sancho snatches it, just completely leaves him for dead. And he even had the option to pass it. I think Rashford was next to him, but Sancho, very cool, very calm, finished it 1-0 for United. And I honestly thought United could have got the win, but certain players, I'll name out specifically Wan-Bissaka, who I actually really like. I think he's a baller, but I don't know what's been going on with him lately. But he gets a little bit unlucky. He tries to clear the ball out. He ends up kicking, I believe it was Silva, and the ref calls a pen. It's clear, it's a clear pen. It's a little harsh because, you know, it's just instinctive to see the ball in the area and want to clear it out in one of those chances. Jorginho steps up, scores a great pen, and it's 1-1, and that's how the match ends. Iffy performance, I would say, from Man United. You could tell the difference that center back that center back pair has without Maguire. Bailly, who I've always liked since he joined United, been very unlucky with injuries, but he did a great job today. And I do still want him and Varane to be the main pair, but, you know, Lindelof's doing okay. Obviously, I could say he could do better, but, you know, you could say that about a bunch of players at United right now. So, interesting game plan from Carrick. Ended up working out for him, and he got the draw. And Tuchel's, you know, unlucky, because I know he feels like his team had better chances, and they were putting on the pressure a lot more, I would say. But it is what it is, and Carrick steals a point. And hopefully, now that the new manager comes in and he settles in his full team that he brings along with him, and he has the full backing of the board, I believe the players will give him a certain respect that they didn't give Ole, just because Ole, not world-renowned manager, but, you know, a lot of the players there knew him from when they played together, so it was a different kind of respect. But now that this tough game's out of the way, we'll see how quickly the new manager settles in. But very crucial point for United. Disappointing draw for Chelsea as they try to maintain their lead. And I know Man City and Liverpool are very happy that this game ended in a draw. Now, really quickly, going on to Spain, Real Madrid did beat Sevilla 2-1. Sevilla actually ends up getting a goal first. It was very poor defending, I would say, lack of man marking, and it allows for Sevilla to get a goal off a corner. It seems like Real's still struggling a bit with set pieces, but Real Madrid were able to turn it around. They were struggling a bit. They were forced to make very erratic shots, very outside the box shots, not really being able to find someone inside for a header or for a quick tap in. And luckily it ended up working out for them. Militao, who no one expects to shoot, takes a long range shot. I don't know if the goalie wasn't able to see it clearly or if the ball moved throughout the shot, but he ends up bouncing off the post, or he ends up deflecting it, I should say. I'm not sure if he came off the post, and Benzema's there. Benzema, of course, follows up and just taps it in. Real Madrid are tied. Happy for Benzema, being on the score sheet. He's a killer, so I want him to do well. He's been doing well, and it was what Real needed. After that moment, it just seemed like Real was the better team. The better team. Ancelotti definitely has this team well figured out. The only player that I would say wasn't up to par or wasn't playing at their best was Casemiro. I don't know. It could have just been one of those days where it's just not your day. He's committing a lot of fouls, a lot of silly fouls. Not being able to find that many great passes. Same thing with Kroos, actually. This was one of those performances from Kroos where I was surprised, where whether he was giving bad passes or whether he was unaware of his surroundings, and he would get the ball and instantly be picked off and lose the ball. And very, very iffy performance from him. But like I said, it could just be one of those days where you just have a bad day at the office. But with that being said, Real Madrid do look like they're going to win La Liga, and I'm hoping that in the Champions League they come alive and surprise more than they have, I would say, because obviously it's Real Madrid. Obviously big expectations every year, no matter what. But I think a lot of people aren't really looking at them thinking these guys might make it to the end. They might surprise us. So I'm hoping they will, and I do think that Ancelotti's a man for the job. So good job for him. Good job for Real Madrid. They stay at the top of La Liga. And another team that I actually wanted to talk about in La Liga really briefly is Barcelona. Great to see Xavi getting his wins. It's always a bit weird when someone without that long of a managerial career, but someone who everyone knows as a player was phenomenal, like Xavi, when they step into a position at a club such as Barcelona, where obviously the standards are high, and it is kind of a gamble, but it's a gamble you're willing to make. It's one of your own. They understand the culture. They understand the football mentality of the club. They understand the ins and outs of the club, the standards that the club sets. So it's always kind of a gamble there, but so far Xavi has shown that he can get the results. And Barcelona were a little bit unlucky. I believe Villarreal took the lead first. Frankie de Jong got his goal, tied it up, and then towards the end, Memphis Depay, who's been balling out, I would say. Obviously, not every game he's been performing phenomenally, but I don't think anyone expected him to really hit the ground running like how he did. So very, very great to see him do so well. I do think he's a great player, and these years they should be the best of his career. So we can expect more from him, I would say. And later on as well, just to seal it off, Barcelona gets a pen. Coutinho steps up, converts it. 3-1 Barcelona win against Villarreal. Xavi continues his winning streak, and hopefully they can keep going from there and just maintain at least a top 4 position in La Liga. And I don't think they'll do anything in the Champions League, but you never know in these competitions. But yeah, great performance all around. Solid win for Xavi, important win. Anyways, guys, that'll be all for me today. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been your boy Jay-Z. I'll see you guys next week on the next Football Roundup.